It is Monday, November 11th, 2013, and welcome back to Photo Finds. My name is John Karowski, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you my discoveries in film once again. This week, we are going to start at Disney's Hollywood Studios, where the big news from this park comes from the seasonal debut of the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights. This is one of those great attractions in the park that, as wonderful as it looks on the outside, there are many different layers and different elements to explore. Different things like hidden Mickeys, or the infamous purple cat from the Osborne family's Halloween display that accidentally got shipped to Disney with the shipment of the lights, of the Christmas lights. A section I always like to check out while I'm there is this corner, this house on the corner in the San Francisco area, where you can find a hidden Jack Skellington, traditionally over by the funeral director's office, which is on the ground floor. Also, in the windows, this house is usually decorated with the leg lamp from the 1982 film A Christmas Story, and Baby Sinclair from the 1990 Disney Henson ABC television series Dinosaurs. The dinosaur family appeared in a surprise celebration parade down Hollywood Boulevard during Walt Disney World's 20th anniversary. The bigger reptiles were portrayed by character performers, but Baby was a puppet. Judging by the size of this character, I'm willing to bet that the puppet that we see here was the one that was actually used in the parade. It looks a little too big to be the one that was sold in places like the Disney store. Another great backstory to the Osborne family lights is this nativity scene. Back in the 1990s, Disney would host Christmas collectibles conventions at Epcot, and this nativity was actually purchased by the Osborne family during one of those conventions. Not many people say that their Walt Disney World purchases was actually used back at Disney as a display. Between Mama Melrose's and the Streets of America near the Lightning McQueen meet and greet, a new construction wall has gone up. Nothing too extraordinary except for what its partner Pixie Dust sign says. It says, "We are grinding for an all-new brew." Obviously, clearly this is a reference to a new coffee stand. Will this be Starbucks' first entry into the park? Obviously, this will be a lot smaller than the other Starbucks Disney offerings, but seeing how popular it is in the Magic Kingdom and Epcot, will they want something up there quick, until a more permanent location can be found, or will this be another Joffrey's cart? Joffrey's, the official coffee provider of Walt Disney World, already does have a cart inside Hollywood Studios at the exit to Tower of Terror, so what this will be, only time will tell, but I'm looking forward to it. Also, in the park, I had a pleasure of trying out the new Brown Derby Lounge. Taking seating from the outdoor patio of the restaurant, this full-service location offers cocktails, wine by the glass, and a tapas-style menu. Several tables are set up throughout the restaurant, nicely decorated, with a full bar out there too, to mix your drinks or pour your wine. Here's some offerings on the menu. In the back, you'll see two sliders, one made of chorizo and the other of Wagyu beef. In front of that are 3 duck confit tacos, and also in the shot is a glass of Cabernet Sauvignon from California. The table next to us, a lady was looking at the full Brown Derby menu from inside on her cell phone. She kept talking about the Cobb salad, which is a Brown Derby original. Next thing, she was eating it. So the waiter did let her order it. I'm not sure if they made an exception for her or if you can order off the main Brown Derby menu, but the outdoor seating does have its own menu, which is a lot smaller. It does have 3 dessert offerings. Here is one of them, which is also served inside. It is a white chocolate tower with a banana Foster's sauce and a toffee cookie. Hollywood Boulevard is not fully decorated for Christmas yet, but one of my favorite decorations is up in the Celebrity 5 and 10 gift shop window. Also, every time I walk by it, I will see people taking pictures of it, so it has to be pretty popular. If you look closer to it, though, it's 5 Minnie Mouse ornaments. Its right leg kicks up all the in time, and upon closer look, you'll see that they actually have names. They are known as the Jingle Bells, and their names are Ginger, Candy Cane, Snowflake, Joy, and Holly. Inside the shop, it's all decorated for Christmas. They used giant replicas of the company studio Christmas cards that Walt Disney used to send to all its employees. They use as jumbo cards, like you can see in the back in this picture, or they use smaller versions to decorate the various trees throughout the shop. This one right here is a replica of 1941's Christmas card with Bambi pulling Santa Mickey on a sleigh. This was to promote Bambi, which was going to be coming out the following year in 1942. This one's from the early 1950s, where Tinkerbell was a new character as she's coming out of Mickey's tree. And this one's from the early 1930s with Walt Disney's biggest stars wishing everyone season's greetings. They also they also add these little cards of the Jingle Bells from the outside window display to give it that feeling, too, that this is, they're actually something from the early days of Walt Disney itself. Also, some new synergy marketing campaigns signage was found. This is one for ABC Family's 25 Days of Christmas, a tradition a lot of people look forward to, starting December 1st through the 25th. Here's one for the new season of Revenge, which features the main character, Emily Thorne, with some black roses, also a reflective look as looking at the blood that she has gotten on her hands. She's also in a wedding dress, which is foreshadowing an event that we're leading up to in the series. Earlier in the season, we saw her get shot while wearing her wedding dress off a boat, and now we're seeing who pulled the trigger. Here's a billboard for the popular ABC series Scandal, as seen through the Osborne lights. Also, here's a billboard for Frozen, the 53rd animated feature coming to theaters this Thanksgiving from Disney. The entire animation courtyard has been changed to Frozen on the lampposts with these banners. Here is the Snow Queen Elsa, voiced by Broadway actress Idina Menzel. Here is her sister Anna, voiced by Kristen Bell, the dashing Kristoff, and the comic relief Olaf the Snowman and Sven the Reindeer. Speaking of marketing, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas billboard campaign has started and also received some new artwork. All across I-4 and International Drive, these billboards have popped up. Here is the Donald Duck version. Here is the version of Pluto pulling a sleigh with Mickey and Minnie on a giant ornament, and this one is more similar to the one that you'll find inside the Transportation Ticket Center and in front of the Magic Kingdom, promoting the parties. The first Mickey's Very Merry Christmas party was held on Friday, November 8th, and it was a sellout. It was very, very crowded, especially during the parade and fireworks. Who would have thought that 46 days before Christmas, people are willing to shell out good money to celebrate the holidays when they probably don't even have one present purchase yet. But granted, this was a high traffic time at the parks. It was a race weekend. It was a holiday weekend. The Epcot Wine and Dine Half Marathon was on Saturday, and also the Festival of the Masters was held at Downtown Disney. As you can see, the event has a lot of different offerings: the Holiday Wishes, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Parade, Celebrate the Season stage show, complimentary holiday treats, which consists of hot chocolate and snickerdoodle cookies. The parade is one of my favorites. It's one of those rare times you actually get to see Duffy the Disney Bear inside the Magic Kingdom. He's usually confined to Epcot. The Totally Tomorrowland Christmas show on the on the Rocket Tower stage, starring Buzz Lightyear and Mike Wazowski, and it also features some of the best dancing and choreography on Walt Disney World property, in my opinion. Last year around this time, many cast members and DVC members, annual pass holders, were invited to take a sneak peek of New Fantasyland and while I was walking through it, I kept saying that it was a shame that it wasn't decorated for Christmas, because it looked like it would have been a nice place to put Christmas ornaments. Well, this year they didn't disappoint. I can see why last year they didn't do it with the grand opening only a couple weeks away. But as you can see, we're looking right now at the interior and exterior of Bonjour Village Gifts. You can see that there are Christmas decorations all throughout, on the lampposts and on the wall bays inside the shop. Very organic looking, with swags of garland, pine cones, fruit, just something like you would find in a very small provincial village. Everything. Bonjour Gifts got the holiday layover, as did Gaston's Tavern. This is the left-hand side with that little side door. This is the front of Gaston's Tavern as well. And it fits in very well with the rustic colors that you'll see throughout the buildings as well. So I think it's a beautiful touch. I guess it's clear to say do not credit Belle for the decorations. If you look closely, you'll see antlers inside the garland, and we all know it's Gaston who uses antlers in all of his decorating. This is the right-hand side of Gaston's Tavern, and that's where the Christmas decorations actually end. It leads right up to the restrooms, which did not receive any decorations. The biggest news of the Magic Kingdom was the transformation of the opening day attraction, the Jungle Cruise, to its first year in the seasonal layover known as the Jingle Cruise. This is what the signage looked like on Thursday, November 7th, only to have it change on November 8th to the more festive, where the U turned into a candy cane, striped I, and turned into Jingle Cruise. Christmas trees adorn the queue, as did snowmen and Santa Claus. It fills various sections of the queue, including the booking office, which is what we're looking at. Is you can, if you remember, the booking office does have a net underneath. Exotic greens and are mixed with more traditional Western elements, as it goes with the story of these skippers are on an outpost in some exotic land, doing navigational cruises throughout the jungle. Christmas music did replace the original background music. The Albert Awol normal show that you hear inside the queue while you're waiting for the Jungle Cruise is replaced. But the 1930s, 40s like music that you do hear normally is still there, but with Christmas songs. Like all the Christmas songs have a very 1930s feel to it. The decorations throughout the queue only go as far as the little outpost house, like the little hut that you see on the opposite end of the loading dock. You can see little LED lights along with some garland and tinsel hanging from the poles. I have a close-up shot of it. See, and that's pretty much where the Christmas ends. The rest of the holiday overlay comes from the skippers' jokes and wearing Santa hats. The boats all changed names. The Amazon Annie became the Eggnog Annie. The Ukiali Lolly became the Yule Log Lolly. As my opinion of it, I think it's great. I think it's a wonderful layover. This park lost its Country Bear Jamboree Christmas layover, and it never received the same layover that the other parks got for Haunted Mansion or It's a Small World. And I hope this is successful enough where in the upcoming years they will revisit and either give us those layovers that we never got, or bring back at least the Country Bear one. The Jungle Cruise has a new attraction poster underneath the Main Street station for the Walt Disney World Railroad. When you walk in, this poster replaced the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom poster. And it's a takeoff of the original 1950s Jungle Cruise attraction poster. If you look closer at the skipper wearing the Santa hat, he has a tattoo on his arm of an anchor, which is a no-no in Disney dress code. The Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party always sparks a lot of conversation. Is it worth the money? Is it better than the Halloween party? I particularly enjoy this one a lot more than the Halloween one. I think it's a better value with a lot more seasonal offerings than the Halloween one does. When I go to the Halloween parties, I usually find myself going on a lot more attractions. This one, I usually find myself going through a lot more of the seasonal things that are special. I understand that everything here is offered during Christmas week, but it's a great way to jump on the holiday bandwagon, and with lesser crowds too. The Mickey's Christmas Carol animated window display in the Emporium got installed a little earlier than normal. This is the first this window had a little bit of a change in the backdrop, as it is a screen for the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. This is the first window in the story. If you notice the money bags on Scrooge's desk, they are made out to W.E.D. Federal, which is short for Walter Elias Disney. And the lock on Scrooge's safe in the back also has a really nice hidden Mickey to it, too. Jumping over into Camp Mini Mickey at Disney's Animal Kingdom, you'll see that the holidays have come to it. And with that comes special character-themed Christmas trees. Here is the Mickey Mouse themed tree, which features Mickey Mouse colors of the red, yellow, black, and also ornaments of Mickey himself. And also here is the Minnie Mouse tree, which also features Minnie Mouse ornaments, as well as the red and white polka dot themed ornaments too. In front of the Pocahontas meet and greet trail, you'll see Pocahontas's tree, and this is adorned with canoes, forest animals, and dream makers, beads, and sunflowers. And in front of Baloo and King Louie's Trail features a Baloo themed tree with Ka the Python wrapped around it, almost like a garland. Um, Here's Baloo's footprint in a ornament, and also two coconuts that are shaped like Baloo's mouth, which he puts over his mouth during the "I Want to Be Like You" number. You can see even like those little nostril holes on the top of the coconut too. The Festival of the Lion King Theater is still running its popular show in Camp Mini Mickey. As you can see, decorated. They put some garland on the signage over there too to fit with the rest. Now that the whole land is decorated with trees, but over in Africa, the new construction is well underway for the new facility for the show, which should be open sometime next year. As you can see, this is over by the Dawa Bar, which once served the trail for the Discovery Riverboats and later the Wild Africa Trek. And the entrance seems to be behind new construction walls, which are themed to the Eastern African village, of course. Speaking of construction walls, we're going to head over to Universal Studios, Florida, where construction is well underway for the highly anticipating Wizarding World of Harry Potter expansion. And you can see it's coming along very nicely. This is the view from the San Francisco area. As you can see, there is a lot of brickwork is being held on the facades, as well as big glass windows, and other details are being installed throughout the section. This is supposed to be in London, whereas the other area you're in Hogsmeade, and it looks great. It looks wonderful, and I'm really looking forward to it. This is the construction for the expansion on the Islands of Adventure side. That's the Dragon's Challenge coaster in the front, and of course the great things on their way on the construction wall in the Harry Potter font. I downloaded the Universal Screenplay app while I was there, and which takes these posters and makes an animated view of them while you're looking at it through your iPhone. I particularly like this Back to the Future, not the animation itself, but the poster itself, as well as the Jaws one. It reminded me of back in the late 80s, early 90s, before this park opened, and these were the actual artwork that was used on the billboards that you would see when you're driving from the Orlando airport to your Disney resort. A big change in Universal, though, that is sure to spark a lot of discussion is the discontinuation of the meal plan to the dining plan at Universal. Instead of an all-you-can-eat at various restaurants for the day, it changed to a counter-service meal, snack, and beverage for $18.99 for adults and $12.99 for children. Still a good deal, but it's a lot different from what used to be offered at the park. I haven't heard anybody complain about the change, but it's definitely going to spark a lot of conversation because a lot of people are used to getting what they could. But I'm sure that it was done to stop a lot of the abuse of the system. I also had a great time checking out the details over at Kang and Kodo's Twirl and Hurl, a Dumbo-like spinner attraction with real funny audio clips as the one-eyed alien and his attempt to take over Springfield. In a bit of marketing where you can actually own a piece of Universal, King and Kodo's Twirl and Hurl was a prize that you could win if you play the Simpsons Tapped Out app on your iPhone for the Halloween overlay of the app. This really takes the theme of the Krusty Land of being a ripoff. Krusty Land Krusty the Clown himself from The Simpsons is a known sellout of a celebrity, and the whole Krusty Land has a thing of where you're wasting your time, but it's actually really enjoyable. Signage in the lines tell you that don't worry, there's more line. Also, clearly humans like waiting in line. You'll be happy to know there's more. When your spaceship goes through different heights, it sets off triggers that receives audio from Homer Simpson, Bart Simpson, Grandpa Abe Simpson, and groundskeeper Willie from Springfield Elementary, and Bart's classmate and school bully Nelson Muntz. The names of the spaceships are a lot of fun. Here's the Spinnish Armada, Drool Bus, Ronald Reagan in the center, Citizen Kang, and My TIE Fighter. It's a lot of fun attraction. As you can see, the wait was only about 15 minutes, but it wasn't really running to capacity as two of the ships had these blocks with reserved parking on it. But it didn't really seem to slow down the operation. one thing I noticed while waiting in line is what a really nice seating area this is over in the Duff Gardens area. It's a nice place to enjoy a nice cold duff and overlook the lake. It's going to be a lot nicer too once the construction walls are finally down over at the islands, over at the Wizarding World's expansion. In the Krusty Land and Moe's Tavern food court area, I noticed this mural featuring the entire cast of The Simpsons. This is actually 2 of 3 of murals just like this that feature full cast from the different various seasons of the show. This particular one was made for the beginning of the 20th season, which started 5 years ago as The Simpsons just started its 25th season. There's also a legend to the left where you can match up your character. So if you think your uncle back home looks like the guy with glasses and blue hair, then you'll know you can start calling him Kirk Van Houten. Over across the way near the King Kodos, Mr. Teeny says a picture's worth 1,000 words, as this photo opportunity featuring the Simpsons couch has been placed for a nominal fee. You can pose as this, and Universal staff will edit it to be to give your own couch gag, which has been starting the Simpsons show for the past 25 years. This one I really like because it does take part in the Simpsons Tapped Out app. You see the big finger and also the different levels that you can achieve while you're on the show, and the different things, the different icons of various achievements that you make while you're playing it. So that is it for this week. I'd like to thank you all for joining me. I want to wish everyone that served a happy Veterans Day, and I look forward to chatting with you next week. And thanks again for tuning in.